Glenn Parker High Vibration Foundation. Thank you very much for joining me. Getting into a more unconditional loving state in the beginning of these videos to help the information that wants to come through and share itself. So I thought I was done for videos today. I did a video and I'm like, I'm all done. And then I'm like, I sat for a moment and I'm like, well, what else wants to share? I was like, ooh, okay. So right now, boys and girls, what's sharing is twin flames. Now, I've done any number of these videos for twin flames, but something that I wanted to share today was to recognize that you are your own twin flame and that you don't need anyone else. Don't need anyone else. And if you're feeling, well, I need to find my twin flame and I'll be complete when I have my twin flame, and you're just crazy, that's just crazy talk, I need somebody else. Well, you have to really examine why you need someone else. You are an immortal being in a timeless reality that came with a whole bunch of your friends to play a game called Earth, to go through a phase of forgetting and a whole bunch of craziness and silliness, and come to a place of remembering and going into the light. And remember, while you're in the physical body, that you are an immortal being in a timeless reality, and that you have the ability to manifest anything that you want, because it is your universe. It's just you. Everybody else is a reflection, there by permission on a higher level. So with that said, let's say and re-examine the idea that you're not whole and complete. Let's just say, for instance, that you still say, Glenn, you're still just talking crazy, but I'm still watching you because there's something inside me that says I should at least examine this information. So I had a conversation with a client, and I've always believed this in the last 20 years at the very least, in that everything is an additive thing. Money is an additive thing. You're still whole and complete. You are who you are in that moment, and you've done the best that you can do with the tools and resources that you have. So it's like a soup. You're like a soup, and you can throw some chicken in there, you can throw some vegetables in there and have a nice base. Now, can you have that? Certainly you can eat that soup, and it is whole and complete. Would it be nicer with a little oregano in there, maybe some other spices, maybe put a little thickener in there, whatever is your personal taste? Yeah, that probably would be a little nicer, Glenn. Thank you for asking. And you are the same way. If you are whole and complete, and you just don't realize it yet if you still think that you need somebody else. And we're getting there. Then that other person is the additive ingredients to your soup. So you don't mind going to the movies by yourself, or maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you like going clothes shopping by yourself, or maybe you would like to have somebody to come with you and watch you dress and undress, or help you pick out clothes, or come out and say, hey, do you think this is cute? Hell yeah, that's cute. You gotta buy that. We're going out tonight, and I want to see you wear that. That is an additive thing. You can still go clothes shopping by yourself. You can still go grocery shopping by yourself. You can still go to the movies by yourself. Now, I have noticed that those who have grown up in big families have brothers and sisters, especially brothers who have brothers and sisters who have sisters, the same pair bonding, seem to like to have other people around. Just one of those things that I've noticed. Not necessarily mean that it's true for you. So how do you get to be whole and complete yourself? It really is just acknowledging, and if you start adding people, places, and things to your life, whether you're buying things or you're going to speed dating and having a couple dates per week, 2 or 3 dates per week, or if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever gender preference you are, whatever gender you are, if you're adding people and you don't feel whole and complete, you're never going to be whole and complete yourself, because you're adding things that you think that you need. You really need to work on yourself, and when you work on yourself, whatever that means for you, whatever you need to do, if you want to go to school and learn how to paint, or be a photographer, or be a course stenographer, or being a forensic specialist is exciting to you, whatever is exciting to you, you need to prioritize yourself and people and places and things and relatives and the things that you want to do in your life, and allow the things that are additive, whether that be a boyfriend or girlfriend, whether that be a new car, whatever it happens to be, whether those additive things need to just be what I just said, additive. You don't need them. You are whole and complete yourself. And how do you really go about accomplishing that? Well, there's tons of materials out there. There's Getting Into the Vortex by Abraham-Hicks. There's things from Gary Renard. There's things from just any number of experts out there. There's having conversations with an individual like me, or with other coaches that you feel more energetically in line with, that you feel can give you appropriate information. And it's just finding something that you think will be useful for you. But the idea of being whole and complete is that you wake up in the morning, you're excited about your day, you organize things in the way that you want to organize them, and maybe you go sign up for college, and the person that's signing you up for college, you're like, and because you were doing exciting things that you wanted to do, you ran into the people, places, and events that were conducive to the energy of excitement and conducive to the energy of the same type of person that you wanted to meet. So let's say you wanted to go to art school, and you go to the section just for that particular part of art school, and there's this cute guy signing you in, and you guys get to talking, and you like the same type of painters, and you want to have the same type of style, and maybe he's been there for a year, and he knows the ropes, and now you're like, and it's because you followed your excitement, and that you felt that you're whole and complete, and now the energy of that individual and the energy of you are commensurate to each other. So if you're feeling like you need other people, places, and things and circumstances, and in your mind's eye, ideally you want someone who is also thinking that they are whole and complete, that they don't need anybody else, that they would want somebody to be as an additive thing, who isn't needy, who has all their crap together, that has the same interest in people, places, and types of things. Well, you can't be wanting and needing people and places and things personally and have the same expectation of meeting someone that will be on the level that you want to be. If you're here now and you want these types of things and you still need, and you need, you're going to find someone that also need, and now you need, and have each other. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just recognize that's where you're going to be. So if you find yourself commensurate with, like, hey, I'm going to plan my day, I'm going to go and do this, I'm going to go and do that, this sounds exciting, that sounds exciting, somebody else is doing the exact same thing, and then boom, you find that you meet somewhere, and you have the same interest, and you're doing the same things, and it's easy to get together, and synchronicity abounds, and you're doing all these exciting things together, and you don't need each other, but you're such an additive thing to each other that it feels like you could do this forever, and you're always together, and everything just works out through synchronicity. So really not needing someone is commensurate to having a very peer relationship where you both are in a peer. You don't need each other, you don't have to have each other, and things seem to always work out through synchronicity. The sex is fantastic, and it always seems to sync up. Everybody, you both come together at the same time, and over and over again, and everything is fantastic. Now, it's setting these intentions, and you have to demonstrate that you're going to be commensurate to the same level as this person. So you have to conduct your life in the way that you would want to see the person is conducting their life. So if you want, for instance, someone who, if they're at a checker and they gave them back too much change, for instance, if somebody gave you back too much change, they give you $5 instead of $1 because they weren't watching and they're tired and their kid is, just came back from the hospital and they can't leave work yet, and they gave you money more than you should have, and you knew they gave you more than you should have, and you give it back because you want to be commensurate with the person that would also do that. You want an honest and loving individual, and if they recognize somebody's out of alignment and giving you more money than they should have, that they would give it back, then that means you have to give it back as well. So you have to be commensurate with the person and the vibration of the person that you want to attract. And it's really just that simple, and it's conducting yourself in the manner that you envision for the person that you want to attract. And if you're not demonstrating those qualities and you're doing these things and you're wondering why you're not attracting this ideal person, because you cannot attract someone or circumstances that you're not a vibration of. So you can really, mentally demonstrate and project all you want and do all these types of exercises, but when it comes down to it, if you're not demonstrating those same qualities you're not going to attract the same qualities. You're going to attract the qualities that you're actually demonstrating physically and in action in your own life. So there you have it. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, ta-da! You need to be commensurate with the energy that you want to attract. And it really is just that simple. Getting into the vortex from Abraham-Hicks, any number of things. You need to attract the parallel reality that is commensurate to your vibration. So you need, in these circumstances, to be commensurate with what you're attracting. So if you're saying that I want this, this, and that, then you need to demonstrate this, this, and that. And just be commensurate with those types of things. So that's what I wanted to share. So you don't need anybody. You are your own twin flame. You are your own twin flame. There is no need for anybody or anything else. You can be whole and complete yourself. And the ego will fight you to the death on this concept. And it's making friends with the ego, and it is ego negotiation as well. And there's tons of tools out there to get that done. Thank you very much for joining. This is Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation. Please like, subscribe, and share. Always lots of things going on down there. In the description, I'm just about to revamp it. There's going to be a whole bunch of things in there. And I try to take every 4 to 6 weeks all the updates that I have and whatnot, and different links and whatnot. I change out the descriptions on all the videos, all 180 of those bad boys. And so that everything is updated. And there's the most up-to-date information and links and stuff in there. So thank you very much for joining me, and have a fantastic day.